Most people get stuck at around 6 to 8 pull-ups. And no matter how hard or how often they train, progress just stops. And it's not because they are lacking effort, it's because pull-ups are brutally body weight dependent. So you cannot lower the weight on the bar because you are the weight. And to really get better at pull-ups, you need to increase your relative strength. So how strong you are in relation to your body weight. That's why your pull-ups might progress at a slower rate in comparison to your bench press or squats. But there is a simple and structured way on how to get out of this hole. A system that can be dated back to old Soviet training, some sort of step loading, which we're going to talk about in a second. But this system works very, very well, especially for bodyweight movements such as a pull-up. Here is what makes pull-ups so unique. Pull-ups are a closed kinetic chain movement. That means your body is moving through space, not an external object. So for example, if we're doing a bench press, the bar is moving through space and our body is fixed. In a pull-up, our hands are fixed and our body is moving through space. And that is a big difference because the ratio between absolute strength and your body weight directly determine how many reps you can do. So if you weigh 80 kilos, you're going to move 80 kilos every repetition. And unlike in the gym, you can't microload pull-ups, right? So you cannot add 1.25 or 2.5 kg or take them away to make the exercise a little bit lighter. And here the only option you have is to actually get stronger in relation to your own body weight. So that's why beginners kind of feel stuck even after months and even after improving their strength, simply because load is always fixed. And to break through that, there is a system that allows you to build strength gradually without overreaching. And this is where the step loading progression model comes in. This model goes back to Eastern Bloc strength programming, specifically step loading. And instead of increasing the load every training session, you're going to increase volume first, whilst keeping intensity constant. And then after completing a volume wave, you're going to restart the next training block with slightly more load. Here is how this looks like for pull-ups or weighted pull-ups. Each week we are performing 3 designated training sessions for pull. The first session is a 3x3, the second one a 4x3, and the third one a 5x3. In the second week, we're going to start off with 3x4, in the second session 4x4, and in the third session 5x4. And then for the final week of the block, we're going to start off with a 3x5, 4x5, and 5x5. And then after you've completed a full training block, you're going to add 1.25 or 2.5 kg onto the belt. The system is slow, predictable, and sustainable. And I like to use this a lot, especially with beginners who have issues increasing their reps on pull-ups. And I've tested it now with plenty of athletes and it works extremely well. So give this one a shot. This system works because it builds strength through frequency and exposure, not intensity spikes. Pull-ups demand neural, such as muscular, adaptation. So training this lift 3 times per week will definitely help more with skill coordination than doing 1 heavy session per week. Each workout adds small, manageable volume while keeping load the same, and this really helps strength and tissue tolerance to develop at the same time. And that steady balance between volume and recovery is key, especially for this step loading protocol. Now, because this plan already gives you 9 total pull-up sets per week, we don't need to add a lot of pull assistance volume. I would recommend to aim for max 12 to 15 sets for pull in total per week. So we could add 2 to 3 sets of rows or pull downs and a little bit of biceps work, and that's it. Okay, you don't need much more. Too much additional pulling volume will just interfere with your recovery. Pull-ups are already so hard on your central nervous system, and less is often more. Something to keep in mind when using the system is to start light. Pick a load or a pull-up variation that allows you to complete a 5x3 easily. Remember, easily, okay? If you are starting week 1 too hard or too intense, you will run into a wall by week 2. So it is very, very important to choose a load that is not too heavy to begin with, and that actually lets you increase the load on the belt on a week-to-week basis. The goal is smooth and sustainable progress, and not to run into a wall already in week 2. To recap, you're training 3 times per week. Each week you're increasing reps, not load. Every 3 weeks you add 1.25 or 2.5 kg and restart. This gives you predictable and sustainable progress that carries nicely into pull-ups and weighted pull-ups. So if you're stuck at 6 to 8 pull-ups, or you simply want to increase your pull-up numbers, your weighted pull-ups, then please stop maxing out and start building properly. Run this program for about 9 weeks, track your progress, and I guarantee you, you will build that type of strength, that relative strength that actually carries over to your pull-ups and weighted pull-ups. So yeah, give it a shot and let me know how it worked for you. And if you haven't done yet, then please subscribe to this channel, hit the bell, and like this video for more content like this. Helps me a ton to create more videos. And if you need help with your own training or you want to get coached, then reach out for my one-on-one online coaching. You can find the link in the description down below. Also access to my newsletter. And yeah, that's it for today. See you in the next one.